So I'm building a new template using Vienna Ensemble Pro as the sort of core of everything, and people tend to ask about Vienna Ensemble Pro, about why would you use it, and for ages I wondered why you used it and never considered the fact that my templates, with everything within, being hosted in Cubase and being mixed and processed and everything in Cubase, that whenever I was working on something, especially working on a film where you maybe have lots of bits and pieces that you're switching between at any given point in time, especially when it comes to edits and final stem renderings and stuff like that, is that you'd hit save and it could take 10 minutes to go through the thing. At the time especially, I was on an old cheese grater Mac Pro from like 2009 or something, and I used that until a few years ago. Everything being loaded up, it was taking so long to save everything, and that all stacks up. It doesn't seem like that much. It seems like a sort of Crimea River golden issues here, but it stacks up throughout the day. Whenever you're saving on a regular basis and you have autosave enabled, and it takes that long to do a save, then it becomes a bit of a problem. Whereas with Vienna, because all of the instrument data and all of your, well, for me in this instance, all of my processing and everything is going to primarily happen within Vienna, and I'm really just going to have group level returns. Essentially what I'll render as stems comes back into Cubase and has any sort of processing within Cubase. And the benefit of this is, I'm still building this at the minute, but if you look up at the top here, you can see that we're already at 258 channels. However, they all pretty much look like this, because they're all pretty much MIDI channels, and the only instruments in the thing are this many. And this is just however many instances I have within Vienna, which is basically the sections of my template. But the beauty of this is I'm about halfway through building this. We're at 258 channels so far. It will probably get up around 5, maybe 600 channels by the time I'm finished. But already within Cubase, if I hit save now, did you see it? Do you want me to do it again? Yeah, this is the big reason. And the beauty of this is, because everything is connected externally, you can easily switch between projects. You can close down this one because the instances are not connected to the save structure of Cubase. So whenever I hit save, because I've decoupled them, which you can see here, by clicking this, every time I save, Cubase isn't also triggering Vienna to save the state of every instrument at the time, because then we're running into longer save times. Because I have it decoupled, it means that Vienna isn't relying on anything from Cubase really, except for the MIDI that comes in. That's it. Those are just real-time files that are getting played and sent out, and then audio comes back in real time. But everything is living within here rather than within Cubase. So I can switch projects, and as I switch from queue to queue, let's say for a film or whatever, it's just loading up the MIDI data for that particular project and reconnecting automatically to all of my instances within Vienna. So there's nothing of any sort of size within Cubase that requires a longer saving time to process all of that information, all that preset data, all of that processing information. It's just plain old MIDI for the most part. And the audio feed is actually relying on Vienna as well, because the MIDI comes into Vienna, the audio gets spit back out and comes into Cubase. So nothing really lives within Cubase whenever you're doing this, as opposed to having a template that's built 100% within your DAW, which will take time to save. So yeah, this is the reason why many people are shifting to using Vienna. And as you can see, I'm using it within my one computer. I don't have another computer where I could do an Ethernet connection and network and all that, and I don't have that. Having it within the one system, it's not taking up any more of my resources, and my save times are a hell of a lot quicker, which is great whenever you're on a job and you need to be switching between projects quickly, especially towards the end. So, worth considering, and give it a try. Really good demos and really good customer service as well, in case you have any questions about it.